For this project, once again, we'll be using the label demo. So open that and save it as counter demo. We need to change the class to counter demo, change our doc string, add a title in the init method, and then also change our main to call counter demo. We use the parameter self to call other methods in an object's class or to access that object's instance variables. The instance variable is used to store data belonging to an individual object. Together, the values of an object's instance variable make up its state. The state of a given window, for example, includes its title, its background color, its dimensions, etc., etc. The window class's init method establishes the initial state of the window object when it is created, and other methods within the class are run to assess or modify this state. Like we change the window, we change its title, or we can respond to an event. When you customize an existing class, you can add to the state of its objects by including new instance variables. You define these new variables, which must begin with the name self within the class's init method. To illustrate this, we are going to create a counter. Let's get started coding. In our init method, let's set the size of our window. To track the counter in this project, we are going to use an instance variable called count. So to create that, we have to do self.count, and we'll initialize it at 0. Now we're going to add a label that will display the count. Here's the code to add the 2 command buttons. We have one that has the text next that executes a yet to be created method called next, and a button that is called reset that will execute a reset method. Now let's create those methods. We'll have 2 methods to handle the user events, one of the user clicking the next button and one of the user clicking the reset button. When they click the next button, we want to add one to the counter. So our counter variable that we created here, this instance variable, currently has a value of 0, but when the user first clicks that button, it will add 1 to it and keep a running total because we use the compound operator plus equals. Once self-count has a new value, then it will change the label's text to converting to a string the value of self-count. Our last method, reset, will reset our instance variable to 0 and then also change the text in the label to the value of our instance variable. So let's save and execute this code to see what happens. We have this window. As we click next, we should continue to count. And when we hit reset, we'll go back to 0.